Hi everybody, welcome. It's a beautiful day in late October and I want to make a little video. And what I want to talk about is keeping things on the outside. Paul in the New Testament has a very beautiful passage where he says that the things that I want to do, I don't do. And the things that I don't want to do, I do. He says, I can only come to the conclusion that it's the sin that made a home in me that's doing it. Sin makes a home in you. And I want you to see that at no matter what level you look at it, things get inside and they're not supposed to be there. There's another beautiful passage in the Bible, very beautiful. Christ says, the prince of this world is coming, but he has nothing in me. So you combine those two together. Look, when something tempts you, what is temptation? It's something on the outside that gets on the inside. It wants to get on the inside because then it can fulfill its purpose through you. Now, like I said, you can look at it at any level. Everything from images on the outside that get inside, slogans, words, suggestions, remarks that people make, they get on the inside. Other people's will gets on the inside. Other people's personality can get on the inside. And the spirit of sin gets on the inside. And then when it's on the inside, it talks to you in your mind, and you think that it's you. Now, what I want you to see in very simple terms is that you need to keep it all out there. You should go through life where nothing gets inside of you. You go to work, you do your job, you do your duty, you come home, you're a mom, you're a dad, you're a student, whatever you are, and then you go to sleep and have a good sleep, and the next day you really don't remember anything that happened the day before. And you go out in the world with fresh eyes, see? But what happens to you now? Everything gets on the inside. Now, there are various ways that things get on the inside. You should get some of my books. I have such excellent books. They're on Amazon. You can preview them there. And usually there's a chapter or two you can read for free right there. But better yet, get the book, especially in Kindle edition. It's very reasonably priced. But paperback is there. It's all good. But get some of my books and read them. Now, how do things get on the inside? Well, there's a couple of ways. First of all, shock. Trauma. Even somebody can come up and suddenly say something rude, and it's such a shock that it gets inside, and you can't stop thinking about it. What did he say that for? What did he mean by that? You see what I mean? Things get inside when you see something that shocks you, or that upsets you, or that you react to emotionally. It gets inside. Emotions get things inside. Maybe you can remember your first birthday party. Why? Because you became so excited. You see, anything exciting, it gets inside. So what does that tell you? You have to learn to calm down. So how else do things get inside? Temptation. That's the one, and it's so subtle. If somebody tempts you, even somebody tempts you to like them. They tempt you. They do instant acceptance. Oh, how are you? Oh, it's so nice to see. You know, they act like you're wonderful, and they're so happy to see you. Maybe they are, but probably they're faking it. They're not really that happy. But anyway, you are tempted. Your ego comes down from its throne to accept the accolade. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're okay. Before, maybe you had doubts. You know, I'm being selfish. I'm resenting my wife. I'm resenting my husband. I'm being impatient with my kids. I'm being a little bit phony. so on. But now you don't have any more doubts. Now you're sure that everything is okay. They make you feel okay, and your ego accepts that. But an exchange occurs. A little bit of them gets inside of you, and a little bit of you gets inside of them. Tempters can steal your ideas. They could even steal your personality, your identity. And an underling can steal the identity of the boss and then go around and then use your ideas and your identity then to start his own little kingdom. He quits and he starts his own company and he stole everything from you. See? But the tempter gets something of you, but something of the tempter gets inside of you. And usually it's not good. And also what gets inside of you, see, if it was just ideas, and if it was just words, and if it was just images that got inside of you, or musical jingles that got inside of you, well, that wouldn't be so bad. But the spirit of temptation itself gets inside. And then inside of you, it talks to you. See? And it wants to take you over, and it thinks it's you, and you think you're it. So there's so much I could say about it. You got to read my books. Some about get one of my books. I don't care which one you get; they're all good. Get Putting the Forever Back in Love. That's a nice book. It's about relationships. Or get the one I wrote about hypnosis. Or they're all good. Forbidden Food. That would be a good one. A lot of people have a food problem. A lot of people have a food and issues around food. So that would be a good one. But they're all good because all you have to do is open up any of my books and start reading a little bit somewhere. Just open it up to any page. Start reading a little bit. And if you're in the right frame of mind, then you'll see, all of a sudden you'll see something. Oh, you will see something. And then that's enough. Close the book and just go out about your business with what you saw, something you can ponder about and realize more and more about it. Usually you'll realize some error that you're making or someone else is making. But you need to understand this. And I want you to also know that the meditation that I have is very helpful. It's I have several versions. The main versions I have are, I have one on the call-in number that you can call in, 510-455-8851. 510-455-8851. You call there and you press on number 2. I don't know what it is, but you can listen to it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's only about 7 minutes long, 7 or 8 minutes. Then I have a longer version, and it's free on my website, sheddingshackles.com. You can get it for free. And there's another one that's also 8 minutes long, and it's also good. So they're all good. But they help you to become objective, to stand back. Because see, whatever got inside, look, a lot of things have gotten inside, haven't they? A lot of things. Your mind is filled with thousands, millions of memories, images, things people said and that they did, and just all kinds of stuff. And other people's will. See, you can see that, you see often that the underling has the personality of the boss. You see the child. So you see that when you become a parent. See, when you were a kid, your parents didn't have understanding. Maybe they yelled at you, or they spoiled you, or when they should have been firm with you, they were too lax. And when they should have been a little more easygoing with you, they were too harsh. They didn't get anything right. And you vowed that when you're a parent, you're going to get things right. Well, now here you are a parent. What are you doing? You're yelling at your kid, or being impatient, or playing little mind games, or little trips, laying little trips on them. That was done to you. It's the temptation in you. It's what got inside of you from the parent when you reacted to it when you were a child. You understand? So now you need to see all this. There's nothing you can do about it other than see it and yearn for truth and yearn to have God in your life. And He will take care of all that. It says in the Bible somewhere that He smooths, he lowers the hills and smooths the path. He can deal with all that stuff that got inside of you. You can't deal with it. Nobody can. But he can deal with it. All you have to do is just see it. Just watch. Stand back from it. Be objective to it. Realize Paul's words, it's the sin in me that's doing it. So see that. See that you don't really want to do it. The real you is embarrassed or ashamed of what you're doing, and you don't want to do it. And see that and cry out to your Creator. And he will rescue you. And the meditation helps.